This disgusting to see what other agencies do just to get some money. I just wanted to share with you a story happened that happened today, and this is the following. So, a like 1 month ago, I was in touch with a client who attended one of my webinars and wanted to go to Everest Base Camp. And we essentially left it there saying, well, for a client, it was everything good. The trip fit pretty well, but he was leaving to Kilimanjaro in just a couple of days, and then he didn't want to commit to anything at that time as he had a bunch of things to organize. And we agreed on, well, you go to Kili, you enjoy the mountain, and then after that, I'll reach out to you now, beginning of Feb, and yeah, we'll take it from there, and then we will refine your plans and make it happen to the Everest Base Camp. So this was the plan, and this is what I did. I reached out to him today, just asking, hey, I hope the Kili went pretty well, and now, yeah, let's schedule a call to continue with your Everest Base Camp trek plans. And he replied pretty fast, and the reply was pretty shocking for me. Not only shocking, but also pretty sad at the same time. So he told me that he summited Kili, but it was a very bad experience. And what he told me is that initially it was fine, but then approaching the end in the last stretch, he couldn't make it anymore. He had to quit his backpack, and porters had to take it for him. We are not talking about big backpacks, it was just a small day backpack. He wasn't almost any able to move at all. So a couple of people, a couple of guides from Kili had to just push him to get him to the top. He spent a really bad time, and yeah, he summited, but he wrote me that he regrets the whole thing. And the weird thing is that he told me that after this experience, he is quitting high altitude mountains. Oh, think about that. I was pretty sad to hear that. So, this guy, he was a 60 years old man who has been doing some trekking in the past, but never in the high mountains. So he wanted to do Kili for quite some time as one of his lifelong dreams. And he signed for an agency that promised that they will take him to the top, that they will take care of everything, the whole infra, flights, guides, a guide in Spanish. So essentially everything that they needed, right? So they offered him that without questioning much about his background. And in fact, he mentioned then that the only thing that he did was the Jakobsweg. So, this is just a very kind of simple multi-day hike here in Spain that doesn't go high into mountains. And with that, he just paid. They took him there, and because of that, he spent a very bad time in the mountains. And the worst thing is that he doesn't want to go anymore to the big mountains, and he wanted to go to EBC, and now he canceled his plans. And to me, this is pretty sad, and at the same time, very bad practices in my agency. And it's very bad practices for, just for two things. So the first thing, imagine that the agency wasn't that sure about the background, thought in the conversations that this client could do it, and then they accepted him. Okay, that's fine. You could think twice about it, but let's assume that it was a minor error in a sense, okay? But then he went to the mountain, and he was in a situation in which he was having a very bad time. he was feeling bad. And there, at that point, you have two choices. Either you force the client to stop and go down for his own safety, essentially, and also the team's safety, or you just push him and getting up somehow, risking his life, and in addition to that, his willingness to go up to the mountain. So, and this is what this agency did, because they thought most likely, well, if the client paid us a lot of money and now we are not taking him to the top, then this client is gonna complain. I'm thinking, well, if he made it to the summit, he will be happy. But the honest truth is that he's very upset. He told me that he's very upset with the agency, that we as an agency, we also, I mean, we should learn from that. And of course, I mean, this is something that we do. I mean, we never take someone to the mountains if we think that it's not a good fit. Not for money, I mean, of course not. But the agency did a pretty bad job. Now this client is not a client anymore because doesn't want to go up anymore to the high mountains. And for me, honestly, it's okay. I mean, I just lose one client. I mean, we have many clients, but it's mainly about the experience, the and how the travel industry many times work. And yeah, this made me sad, but it also made me reflect that our mission to be safety first, to do not be just a travel agency, but rather a mountain ops agency that does everything perfectly and systematically, so that when we take you to the mountains, I mean, we take you in the best possible condition and we evaluate every single aspect before taking you there. This makes me believe that this mission is pretty powerful when I hear these testimonies. And yeah, this was a very positive thing for me to hear, not the testimony, but a confirmation that what we are doing is the right thing to do, that we are on the right track. And yeah, let's keep pushing. And I hope this client all the best, to enjoy the mountains, even if it's not in the high altitude. Just enjoy the mountains because they are beautiful and we all deserve to enjoy them, and no one should ruin this experience. So big props to the client for realizing that, for sharing that so honestly, and pretty bad for this agency that I don't want to name, but these people did a very bad job.